Hi guys, I think it's working. My phone just gave me a notification. I have no idea. Not tech smart. All of my brain power went into making this lovely thing right here. This is Ruby. She's 5. She's slowly learning my ways over the course of this quarantine. I believe when we exit the other side of this, she'll have fully body snatched me. So that'll be fun. Let's get into our shoulders and hips today. I'm getting messages that people are tight in their shoulders and backs after practicing yoga. So let's do a few just simple stretches, not really yoga poses, but some simple stretches just to get some movement in there and loosen up those upper back muscles. Yeah. So beginning on our backs, we're just gonna lie back. And find a comfortable position, bending both knees. Ankles are separated approximately hip width apart. We're just going to start by dropping our knees to one side. Arms are open to a T. Let your shoulders stay on the floor. Coming back up through center. Dropping knees to the other side. Give it a moment. Let your knees settle. Your hips release. That lower back release. Coming back up through center. Dropping to the other side. How's this feel, Ruby? Yeah, it feels good. Back up through center. Switching sides. Should feel that lower back and the hips loosening up. Coming back up through center. Let's go one more time on each side. Coming back up. And drop it to the other side. And we come back up. Those sides and hips should feel a lot looser. Let's come all the way onto one side and introduce some movement in those shoulders. I'm going to move this adorable little hand so that I don't smush it. So lying completely on one side, and if you want to bring in a block to rest your head on, that's okay. Ruby's got this comfy little ergo pillow. I'm going to bring in my insanely uncomfortable cork block to rest my head on. My hands are stacked. My knees are stacked. I'm going to take my top hand and draw a rainbow overhead, until my arms are open to a T. My knees stay stacked here. Go ahead and close that rainbow up. Again, opening overhead, and we close it up. 2 more. Circling overhead. Try to stay on the floor to a T. Palms are up, and we close. 1 more time on this side. Rainbow overhead, coming out to a T, palms up, and we close. Let's flip over, other side. Stacking our knees, stacking our palms. Let's make that big circle overhead. Opening arms out to a T, palms are up, and then we close. Again, overhead. Opening out to a T, and close. 2 more times, overhead, open to a T, close it up. Last time, big rainbow, palms are up, and let's close it. Does that feel good, Ruby? Yeah? Let's roll it up to a seated position, and then make our way to a table. And come to a table. You giving me all the pillows? Thanks, lady. In our table, Ruby's very tempted to climb under me right now because she's 5, and that's what 5-year-olds do. It's okay, you can climb under me. We're gonna round our back Stretching that spine. Go ahead and release, arch. And round the back. Tuck the chin into your chest. Maybe a little wiggle in the hips. And release, sticking out the tail. Chin to the sky. One more time, round the back. And release, arch. Gaze up. And release. Take the balls of your feet to the floor. And stick tail up to the sky. Right leg lifts. Pull that right knee through for a pigeon. So our right knee comes through. The shin is at a diagonal to our body. The right knee juts out to our side, dropping onto the elbows. Maybe dropping your forehead to the floor. Let's hang out here in the sleeping pigeon. Coming part way up. The opposite hand of the front leg is going to thread through, dropping ear to the floor, giving that lower back a nice little twist. And if you want to, you can bring in a pillow or a block underneath your ear. One more breath here. Let's release. That knee that's in front, let's roll on to that side. You know, roll over here so your back is facing me. Now you're gonna look at me. Bend your top knee, take heel to your back hip. Top hand is going to grab the top ankle. Let the hip and top knee relax towards the floor. Try not to arch that lower back. And cuddle. I love you. And release. Let's go to the other side. Taking it from a table or a downward facing dog. I'm going to go from downward facing dog as it feels better on my body. My left leg is lifting this time. I'm going to pull through. Shin coming to that 45. Opposite leg is extending back. I'm going to drop down onto my elbows, maybe my forehead. I'm lucky that I have a 5-year-old to help prop my back leg up for me so I don't have to support it myself. One more breath here. Coming part way up. The opposite arm of your front leg is going to thread through. Drop that ear. Feel free to take a pillow or a block underneath the head to help align the neck. Release. Rolling onto the side of that front leg. Top knee bends. Heel hand grabs my top ankle. Let the knee and the hip relax towards the floor. Bye, baby. Can you close the door? Thank you. I love you. One more breath here. Close it. Okay, you can just leave it. And release. Let's push back into a child's pose. And rolling up. For our shoulders, these shoulder stretches you can take to the floor, excuse me, or you can do them seated. I'm going to do them seated just so you can get a better view of what's happening, a better view. Stop it, I'm married. All right, I'm going to do them against the wall. And if you're going to do them against the wall as well, go ahead and bring the bottoms of your feet together and draw those heels in, so then you get the added benefit of your cobbler pose, which or your bound ankle, which helps to open up those hips even more. Yeah. My first stretch, I'm going to take my right arm across my torso, anchor with the opposite hand. And again, you can do this in a reclining position. It's lying back and letting gravity help you in these stretches. Now, as I'm here, I'm pressing with my anchoring hand as well as with the working shoulder. So there's a lot of resistance here, stretching the tricep of my active arm. One more deep breath as I lengthen the tricep even more. And release. That same arm is going to go behind my head, palm to the nape of my neck. I'm using my free hand to work the elbow behind my giant head. Lean onto the wall, or if you are on the floor, let gravity pull your head towards the ground, anchoring your elbow, stretching again that tricep into the armpit, into your side body. One more breath here. And release. If you're in a seated position, let me show you how to do this variation, and then I'll show you how to do it from the ground. In a seated position, the same working arm, my right arm, that hand is going to go behind my back. The palm is exposed. Same knee as the working arm is going to be bent. Trap your elbow in front of the knee. Slowly lean back, lifting the chest, and you'll find the stretch in the shoulder. If you're lying down, take this hand behind your back to the small of your back. The palm is down so you can touch your mat. We roll towards that elbow, towards the trapped elbow. Let your free hand settle towards the ground. Let's hold here for 10 more seconds. One more breath here. And release. Going to the other side, again, I'll do it on the wall to give you a better visual. Taking my left arm across my torso, anchoring with the opposite hand. And as I pull, my shoulder comes off the wall. I'm going to press back down, lengthening the tricep. I have a crying child on the other side of this wall. I assure you, I am not ignoring that crying child. My husband is dealing with it and comforting it. I can hear it happening. Yes, I call my children it. Thing number 1 and thing number 2 to be more accurate. Let's release here, taking that palm to the nape of your neck, guiding the elbow behind your head. Let's lean against the wall, or if you're on the floor, let your head relax, your neck relax, torso relax onto the floor. Deep breath in and release on this side. Again, our final stretch on the single side from a seated position. Same shoulder, same knee. Hand behind the back, the palm is exposed. We take the elbow in front of the thigh, slowly sitting up to stretch the shoulder. From a reclining position, we lie back, our knees are up. Palm is on the floor, the hand is in the small of our back. Rolling towards the bent elbow, that trapped hand. 10 more seconds here. One more deep breath. And release. Let's roll up to seated. I have one more stretch for you guys. Let's locate a block. Also, look at this. This is my teacup. It's my comically large teacup. I love it. I drink a lot of tea. Caffeine has no effect on me, as you can tell. All right, we're gonna grab a block. Bringing our legs to bound angle. Bringing that block maybe at its shortest width in between those feet. Maybe the second width, maybe the widest width, wherever you're feeling most comfortable today. And I encourage you to, again, follow your body, not your ego. Yeah, your ego is going to get you in trouble. It's going to lead to a lot of pain. So here in this position, palms are up. I'm going to lift my chest and bring my elbows together behind my back. Lifting chin away from chest. Ears are in line with those shoulders. Slight arch in that in the spine. Lift out of your lower back. Press the shoulders down. One more deep breath, squeeze shoulder blades together. And release. I hope that series of stretches for your shoulders and hips helps. And even if it didn't help the first time, or you're feeling still sore, continue to do them. Even if it's just once a week, your body will still benefit from being stretched. Since we're all confined to our homes right now, and you should be at home right now, we're not moving as much, right? There's no reason to elongate our muscles. We're not chasing dinosaurs. Do you get that? So our long strides, our long reaches aren't happening. So they need to, because they're not happening organically, we need to kind of force them to happen through taking a moment, half an hour, 5 minutes in our day to do a little stretch, make sure our muscles are still working and healthy for that moment when we do need to start running from dinosaurs again. I don't know what's happening today. Maybe I've had too much tea. I'm going to end this before it cycles even worse. Be safe, guys.